Hey guys! So it's been a while since we brought you a video.
Say hi.
So we figured we would come and give you an update. The last video that you guys saw, we had a kind of a crazy crossing. We lost our dinghy, we got in a storm, and weren't able to make it to Grenada by July 1st like we had planned. At that moment, it felt pretty devastating. We were doing the one thing that you're never supposed to do, which is put yourself on a time schedule. And so when we lost the dinghy and we lost our davits, we realized the reality of the time schedule of being able to make it to Grenada. And at that moment, it felt like a curse.
Yeah.
And then when we got back to land, I had some weird symptoms going on. And after that storm, they were so bad, I felt like I had maybe had a stroke from stress because it was so stressful. Losing the dinghy, I was having a droopy eyelid and my whole left side of my face was drooping. I was having weakness in my arms. And so we decided it'd probably be best to go back stateside to kind of get evaluated and check it out. And that storm ended up probably being the best thing that had ever happened to us. Come to find out that stress exacerbates myasthenia gravis, which is an autoimmune disease that I was diagnosed with. So the stress of that storm manifested this autoimmune disease that I have. 15% of people with this autoimmune disease have a thymoma. So it's pretty rare to have this autoimmune. It's even more rare to have a thymoma. So when I went into the hospital with these symptoms and they checked me out, they came back with the blood work that I did have myasthenia, and then they kind of told us about this tumor. And when they decided they were going to do a CT scan, they found the tumor, and we just can't even believe how lucky we got. You don't find this tumor unless you're looking for it. And a lot of people with myasthenia gravis go 5, 10, 15 years without a diagnosis because it's so rare and the symptoms are kind of all over the board. And so after it was found, we found out that I was one of the really lucky ones that it hadn't spread. So although it is cancer and it was found, it hadn't spread to all of my major organs around the thymoma, which typically with people with this tumor, it has. It already, by the time you find it, it's too late. It's either inoperable or it's spread to your blood, lymph nodes, heart, lungs. So we are calling this storm a blessing.
For sure.
So they removed the thymoma and they removed my thymus gland, which depending on who you ask gives different results of what the chances of remission is after you have the removal. One surgeon told us it was like 80% of people who have it removed go into remission. And then another surgeon in the same hospital told us it was 30%. So they really wanted us to be realistic with our lifestyle. And when you're told that, first of all, we're laying in a hospital bed. We have 3 kids. We're both just told that I have cancer. We don't know, even what tomorrow is going to look like. And then we start having to quickly think about our future because we sold everything. We don't even have a storage unit. We sold everything.
And we were all camper.
Yeah, we sold everything to be able to go and live on our boat and take off and sail into the sunset. And now, after the surgery, I was diagnosed with this autoimmune disease that you're going to have it for life. So Michael and I had a lot of hard decisions to make. And at the end of the day, we're those kind of the people that don't ever take anything at face value. We like to research and investigate and figure out, alternative medicine, alternate healing, letting your body do what it needs to and kind of figure out, what our options were. So it quickly became apparent that there is tons of places to get treatment all over the world, and many would argue better than the United States. So we got ourselves educated, and we got me better. We had the surgery. I spent 8 weeks in the hospital, a week in the ICU, intubated. It was scary. It was not, we're good right now coming to you guys.
We needed a moment to digest it all.
But it was very scary. We were in a very volatile and emotional state. We don't have a house. We have 3 kids. What are we going to do? We don't have a car. Just everything we own is in the Caribbean on a floating home. Just simple things too, like, our kids, the fear of cancer and your mom and all of that, but then also like just having your bed and having your books and Lavera having her Barbies, just, the things.
And my makeup.
Makeup. She's right now pretty obsessed on makeup. So, it was a big adjustment. There's a lot of things that happened. Not all of that we're going to go into, especially right now in this video. But we figured it was time for an update because we have booked our tickets back to our boat.
Yay! It's a huge deal. That was a huge celebration to be able to do that.
Something we didn't know that actually was or wasn't going to happen. We found a neurologist in the Dominican Republic who specializes in MG. I've lined up care and medications in case I need them. And the reality is once we got the boat back to the Dominican and not to Grenada by July 1st, we already kind of knew we were going to keep the boat there through the season. So that hasn't changed. Through December 1st, the boat's going to stay in the Dominican. And so we kind of decided why not go stay on it, get myself even stronger and more stable, and bring you guys content while we're doing that in the places that we want to be. Surfing, swimming, kiting, scuba diving, fishing, exploring the Dominican. It's so rich in culture and there's mountains and waterfalls and all these different things to do, and opposed to right now we're in the Midwest, back to our home state of Kansas, where it's getting ready to go into fall and winter and there is no sunshine and
hoodies on.
Hoodies on and
it's gonna snow somewhere.
It's gonna snow, it's cold. So vitamin D is huge for people with all autoimmune, but especially with MG. So going back to a warm climate with fresh fruit and clean food, that's our plan. So our plan is to get back, show you guys content, continue to live the life that we hope for, and hopefully inspire you guys to, dig deep, and no matter what obstacles life throws you, if you really dig in deep, you can make anything happen.
Facts. It's really true. And maybe we'll elaborate a little bit more on things that we tried to do to keep her safe before we knew what was going on, including blood tests and things that none of this showed up on. So that we were blindsided by because we thought we had it, and we keep up on our health and everything that we do. But this does not show up.
I hope to be an advocate for MG, period. I hope to be able to be somebody that, there's somebody out there that has a family member or themselves that has had these weird symptoms for a while and can't figure anything out, and they've done all these tests and they haven't been able to figure it out. Putting a voice for MG and the symptoms and the diagnosis and the treatment. And then I also hope to be an inspiration for people with autoimmune diseases to just realize that, you're more than your illness, you're more than your diagnosis, and you can continue to do great things, no matter what.
With the power of the mind and positive thinking.
Yep. And so
being educated on what you're doing.
And our doctors will even right now attest to that, because they couldn't believe once they removed my intubation, they couldn't. After a week of being intubated, they told Michael to anticipate, being intubated again or being on BiPAP long term.
Expect the worst.
Yep. And I went from being intubated, and within 2 hours, I was on regular oxygen, and they were like, I don't even think you need this.
Yeah, you blew them away. And what's really exciting as we get into all that, it's just really cool, some of the stuff that was happening. She was able to write letters and words and things that she needed while she was completely out of it. And they have given her the most powerful stuff, and the nurses are like, I just can't believe that she's able to do this. So
I was determined in my mind to get back to my boat. We've found this lifestyle that we want to live, and I just don't want to give it up. So
yeah, it literally was like, hey, things have changed and we have no control over it, but the people around us at that time, we were put in a position to where it was really significant in the direction we were going, because nobody really understood what we had done and what we were doing, but everybody that we were around here just said to expect the worst and don't make big plans to be doing anything just for her safety. So,
and we're about proving them wrong.
And it's going to be real cool, because we'll talk about what we removed to keep her better, because we started doing things that we needed to do as far as our lifestyle goes to get her better. But there were things that we needed to do to get her better to get to this point. So
we're here. We're on the other side of being stable. I'm stable, and not just stable, I'm strong. Every day is going to be, a learning curve and getting stronger. But we're excited to bring you guys more content of adventure, exploring, and just living a life without boundaries.
So yeah, we're super excited to be here to tell you guys what's up.
All right,
and
guys.
Where we were and what we've been doing.
Bye.
We'll keep you updated.
Say bye.
Bye.